Welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to replace old can lights, retrofit them so you don't have to recut anything, you don't have to do any wiring, you don't have to do anything. It's super simple. I'm going to show you how to replace some old can lights. So we've got these old can lights in our kitchen. They're old. They are yellowed and they're not very good. So let me show you what they are, what we've got, and then we'll show you what we have to replace these. It takes just minutes. So these are can lights in our kitchen, and these are super old. They basically just have a bulb in them. They don't even fit like the floodlight type bulbs. These are very, very old. So there's a piece of trim on here. I'll show you how these come off. And basically all of these are the same. So this one here just has a bulb in it. And then this one here is burnt out, I think. Alexa, turn on the main lounge light. These are some LED can lights that I put in the lounge renovations. These are smart lights. These were not retrofit. These I had to cut holes in the ceiling and put these in. These are a little different. The ones I'm going to show you today are super easy. They just retrofit into the current cans that you have, and they're going to give you the smart light experience just like this, but only in minutes. So these replacement can lights or recessed lights are from a company called Lumary. And these are a smart light, and they have a cool feature. There's a ring light on the inside right here, lights up, and it can be colored or just regular, bright white or warm white. And then it has a center light, all LED, and these are a retrofit. All you have to do to install these is take out the trim that's in the current can light, screw this into the light bulb socket, and then just put your wires in. This sucks right up to the ceiling, and you do the smart setup and you're done. So the current can lights just have a regular light bulb, and the trim is just held in here by springs. In fact, this one's missing a spring. So it's just these little, well, not exactly like that, but there's just a spring in here that holds the trim on, and then you've got the old can. So inside these ones, there's a couple different ways you can put a new can light in. These slots here will hold the spring. Some of them will fit into these little notches right here on the side. Some of them will fit all the way up into the top slot there. When it comes with these little socket adapters in the wiring harness, all you do is just screw this in there, and then you'll see this is where our wires are going to go. And so we do need to make a quick adjustment to the new lights. All these cans are going to be different. The frames are different. So some of them have a loop that this will fit in, but the ones that we have, that little slot in this particular bracket, it won't fit. That loop in the wire won't fit through there. So I just took my Leatherman and just clipped off a piece of that wire. Some of them that I installed in my other bedroom, you can just take a Leatherman or needle nose pliers, just bend this out so it looks more like this, and then it'll fit right in that slot. So I'll show you. So all I'm doing is pinching these wires together, and it's just gonna, one half fits in there, the other half will fit right in there. You do the same thing to the other side. Connect our wiring harness, and then this will slip up in there, and you're done. It looks so much nicer. So we'll do these one at a time. I'm going to turn this one on, go into the app, add it as a smart device. It'll add it to the Wi-Fi, and then once I get this one named, I'll go ahead and install the other ones in here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So here is the whole process in real time, how long it takes to change one of these out. This one must have been a more recent addition, and so you can see the clip mechanism here is a little different, so we didn't even have to modify these ones. This fits in here just normal. So this is probably a more modern type of clip. Well, we've never had this much light in this kitchen before. The installation literally for all 5 of these, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up in the corner, took me maybe 15 minutes. It was super simple for the entire setup. And so now we can do a couple things. I have an Amazon Echo device in the kitchen, and so we can say things like, Alexa, turn off the kitchen lights. Or I can say individual things like, Alexa, turn on the sink light. So it just turns on the light above the sink. I also have the night light mode set in here, so when the lights are turned off, they have the inside ring is still lit up. You can also adjust that individually, so I have them named differently. Alexa, turn the kitchen color lights off. And you can also do things like just have the colors on. Alexa, turn the kitchen color lights blue. So this is nice for nighttime, just to leave on as a night light. Alexa, turn the kitchen color lights white. So you can adjust those individually, or you can just have the main lights come on. Alexa, turn the kitchen lights on. So of course you can just use these lights just like normal lights. You don't have to use the smart features on them all the time. You don't have to use the voice control. You don't have to use the app. You can just leave them set at whatever color, temperature, and brightness that you want them set at using your voice or the app. And then you just turn the switch on and off every day, and the lights just come on and off just like regular lights. So you don't have to, this doesn't have to be complicated. One of the things you do have to always remember is that whenever you're installing smart lights, you don't want them to be on a dimmer switch. They won't work on a dimmer switch. And you also don't want to have a combination of a smart switch and smart lights. That can get complicated, and it gets even more difficult to set up in your voice control devices like Google or Amazon. So these are a 1000 lumen light, which is pretty bright. So I actually usually have them set at a little lower brightness. Alexa, set the kitchen lights to 50% brightness. So it just dims them down a little bit. This is just about the same amount of light we used to have in here with the old lights. And it's a little more warm feel in here. They can be pretty bright at full brightness, which is good. I want to have that available, but I don't want it all the time. This is just another step in my quest to make everything automated and smart in our home. Well, this is just another step in my quest to make everything in our home smarter. So I love having the option to control things and change things, and these LED can lights definitely make that happen in our kitchen. These are not that expensive. You can get them over on Amazon, and this is the ones that I would recommend. Honestly, this is one of the most simple setups I've ever had with any smart device, and it synced in and linked up with everything and just worked the first time. Smart lighting has been a challenge for me because there are so many different brands, there are so many options, there are so many different decisions that you have to make on what you want to do. There are certain situations where I might want to use a smart light, and there are certain situations where I want to use a smart switch, and there are lots of factors involved. I'll do a whole separate video on smart devices and how to make some of those choices, because I've chosen a lot of things I didn't like and a lot of things that I did like, and so I'll share that with you guys in a later video. You also can get from the same brand regular can lights that aren't the retrofit, so they don't have the light socket screw on them. And if you're just adding new can lights, or you want to just replace regular can lights that are just in the in the drywall, they make an option for that as well. Same lights, they make a couple different variations of this, and these things have tons of other features I didn't go over. If you download their app, you can see all the different things you can do with them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the quick how-to on how to update some ceiling lights. This is the most easy way if you have an older style can light. It's made our kitchen so much brighter. Let me know what you guys think. Thumbs up on today's video, and we'll see you next time.